Good morning, everybody. This is Carlos, and eventually it'll be this is Carlos and Norma, because I can see she's just taking off her helmet and locking up her bike. We've done this before. She doesn't like running on asphalt, so she rides the first part that I run, and then I continue my run, and then she comes back and does the final section again on her e-bike. But today, as you can hear, I'm recording a show, so the first part will be shared with my ever-loving missus.
Time 11 minutes. Average heart rate 145.
Yep. She's just putting her equipment away. So now we start the run. Well, we don't start the run just yet because this is normally a hike for us. Ah, you heard them talking?
Yeah, because I thought it was you talking to them.
No. It was coming from that direction, though.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I could hear it.
from your bathroom window,
Yeah.
you could hear it. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. It was such a. I couldn't hear what they're saying, but I could hear words, and I thought
Yeah.
it wasn't you just
One
saying.
of them could have been me.
Yeah, and it wasn't just one comment. It was
No.
one.
It was a conversation.
Oh, it's the CD.
What?
I thought there was a light flashing over there, but it's just like.
It's like a mobile.
No, it's the CDs like I had on the gate.
Okay. I don't see them.
Oh, well, we pass it now. It's along the edge of this hedge at the end.
I'm exhausted already.
Oh,
Time 12 minutes. Average heart rate 88.
88. So it's been pretty steady. I guess I have stopped for a little while now. I got a wave out of him the other day.
Oh.
He recognized me. Dr. Shikandi. That's his name. I'm getting sprinkled on now. Nice cool breeze. I was tempted to run through a sprinkler on last Friday, but there were a couple of tenants walking around. It was by the bog. That big expanse of lawn, that little elm tree little thing, the complex of townhouses.
Pine tree.
Time 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Average heart rate 119.
But they might have been annoyed if I ran on their pristine lawn just to get cooled off. But if they weren't there, I probably would have done. Because I was overdressed for the day. Alright. And down. Hang on. I think seeing as we're running together, I should put on my zone changes so I know when to back off a bit. I was just working with heart rate, and that's probably a little too long before getting the old "you're going too fast" warning.
Zone 2.
I'm going to be able to do that later
Time 14
on.
minutes. Average heart rate 127.
Yeah, that's about right to start with. Yeah, these people are going up.
Zone 1.
What?
Never mind, I left my watch in my jacket pocket.
Oh. But you've got your key, right?
Yeah.
Good. That's all you really need.
I know. I finally got the watch.
Zone 0.
Oh, and then you didn't wear it.
Put it in my pocket, so put it on the
I asked them what they were doing, and they said
Zone 1.
fiber optic cable. So that's what all the noise was yesterday. They were channeling where they were going to put the cable across our neighbour's lawn.
We've had ours for over a year.
Zone 2.
But I don't remember them having to do anything major. Maybe we don't have fiber optic.
Average heart rate 120.
To,
From Sean.
to our house or just to the street?
I don't know, but I know that we're on fiber optic.
Okay.
Fiber. Whatever.
High speed.
It changed actually ended up being less than
Yeah.
I got a 2-year subscription
Zone 3.
instead of, I don't know, 89, it's 82.
But for the amount that we use the internet,
Zone 4.
yeah, we
We use it constantly.
yes, and Zarin as well.
Yeah.
So without that, it would be like not having water.
Yeah.
But I did see a challenge. Somebody said, would you live in a shack for a year, I think it was,
For what purpose?
without the internet, without any,
Heart rate 100.
technology,
Zone 6.
and we'll give you so many $1,000 at the end of it. And a lot of people said, no way. Hello. I think it was something as easy as like a month.
Oh, fantastic.
But I think the reward was like $10,000. I would do it for less. I would think of it as a meditative retreat for a month. I would do a lot of hiking. You're not stuck in the cabin, but that's your only shelter. Sounds ideal. Like Airbnb, without electricity. Yeah, well, without electricity. I think you could probably have solar to charge up your phone,
13 minutes. Average heart rate 165.
even if it's just for the Strava app.
Well, you everything.
You might not be able to take a phone with you.
No, you might have your phone, but you didn't have internet.
Yeah, you'd have to have data. That would probably cost you $10,000 for a month of data.
Depending where the cabin is, you might not have it.
Yeah. So the blackberries are almost ready. These are more berries.
Zone 5.
Tons of them.
Tons of them, yeah. You wonder if there's still some sort of trickle-down effect from slightly less driving and slightly less carbon emissions, whether nature has recovered. But probably once everything gets back to normal, it's going to get polluted again.
We're doing less driving, but the delivery drivers are doing way more than that.
Yep. A lot of people have switched from going to get things to have them delivered.
Ford's now going to make a
Electric. Yeah, good idea.
The Lightning.
Because those old diesel delivery trucks are probably one of the higher polluters.
Yeah, well, Amazon's putting on it. The school board's been buying electric buses.
Yep, and Sanish has been buying electric vehicles for their engineers to drive around in. So it took me 11 minutes to get to you today. So whatever I tell you, you'll have to, hello, you'll have to take less 11, yeah.
Time 19 minutes. Average heart rate.
Hello.
He
Zone
gets
3.
No water today
Zone 4.
in the creek. I just had a zone 4.
So it didn't rain last night?
No, it didn't. Endo came in and spent the whole night in the kitchen,
Yeah.
sitting by her food cupboard, waiting for it to miraculously open.
I think I let her in.
I think I let her in. Because I heard you go down to suck your beans.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I didn't hear the door slide, so she must be in already. Okay. I thought it was going to cloud over and be like yesterday, but it looks as if it's
Time 20 minutes.
like yesterday. It's going to stay sunny.
Time for hydration.
Yeah, well,
Zone 4.
but I've noticed that when we go out and do our workouts together, that you never have breakfast before we go.
I never have breakfast anyhow.
Yeah, well, I found that
Unless
works
I wake
best.
up really starving.
Or unless you wake up really early and you're not planning to do anything till 10. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen because I normally get back by 10.
Zone 2.
Or maybe 11 if I'm e-biking out to Sydney. Hello.
Time 21 minutes. Average heart rate 131.
Hi. Let's come by. Okay, dog. We're just getting by you. Thank you.
Zone 3.
I think it's going to take a while before people start getting closer to each other in the normal run of affairs.
Yeah, but they said in about 2 weeks they'll be ahead of the States in terms of percentage of people vaccinated.
Only because we have a smaller population.
No, only
No?
because we have a smaller population who are refusers.
Who are not
They're
antivirus.
They're now up against the fact that they have plenty of
Vaccine?
vaccine and nobody taking
Zone
it.
1.
Yeah, I heard that.
Time 32 minutes. Average heart rate 122.
It's the live free or die brigade.
Zone 2.
So once I leave Norma behind, once she turns back, I'm going to turn off the zone change. Because that could get quite annoying later on. Because it's going to be going off a lot as I hike up the mountain. You still with me?
No.
Good.
Time 23 minutes. Average heart rate 117. Zone 1.
So when it gets to 29 minutes, then that would mean that you've been running for how many minutes?
Minus 11, you think?
Yes.
Zone 2.
So if you went back to the bike, that would be 36. But
But I'm going to go to
further because you're going
I'm
to,
going to go to where it starts being downhill all the way back.
yeah. So that's like just before the crosswalk,
Yeah.
the top of that little hill. Or a reasonably large hill, actually. This is the knobbly tree zone. It's funny, that thing about the mother tree in the forest. It's very interesting. But you can see how this whole area has these knobbly trees, which kind of suggests they're communicating.
Yeah.
Or they're being affected by the same
Time 24 minutes. Average heart rate.
virus or the same atmospheric conditions. I don't know. Very localized. And it was something like it was interspecies as well. It wasn't just Douglas fir.
Talking to the birch. The fir was talking to the birch and the birch to the fir.
And they could tell this by
Zone 3.
something in the sap. They were sharing.
It's in the roots.
Yeah, but what were their markers? What were they using to indicate communication.
Molecules from your roots.
Molecules, all right.
The rhizome.
Mycorrhizome. Because I know they were doing that with salmon. They were finding out where they were feeding by analyzing their scat or whatever. Or bear, that's right.
Yeah.
And they could tell from the bear scat
Where it had been.
where the salmon was raised. And they knew that the salmon were coming from the other side of the watershed.
And the bear said, "Oh, yummy!"
They're coming to our supper. They're coming to get us.
So with the fir and the birch,
Yeah.
the birch supports the fir at one point in the year,
Well, part of its season.
and the fir supports the birch in the spring when it doesn't have any leaves yet.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I was thinking about when the biggest blowdowns would happen, and I guess with the deciduous, it would be when they're in leaf. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Nice stick you've got. Oh, very nice.
But in the winter, the blowdown would be the evergreens.
Time 26 minutes. Average heart rate 153.
So I'm up to 26 minutes.
Zone 3.
So that's 15.
Yeah. So you need another 3.
Zone 2.
I'll be walking before the top of this one. I always do. And you always charge up it.
Zone 3.
Zone 3, there you go. Have you seen these things on the right here? They've got little flowers popping up. Yep. Yeah. I also read about the
Heart rate 129.
tent moths that form those little nests that look like tents.
The caterpillar one.
Yep. Tent moths. Or caterpillars, tent caterpillars. Anyway, their season lasts for
3 weeks.
3 weeks, that's right. But it's not what we had. Those were definitely spiders.
Oh yeah.
Zone 2.
No, the tent moss. It's like a triangular shape. Very thick. Woven.
But they were saying that in private homes, they suggest if you want to remove them to take the whole branch
Oh, for sure.
and then soak it in water.
Yeah, drown them all.
And then you can put it in your compost or whatever. But otherwise, if you put it in without killing them off,
You're
it'll...
just feeding them.
Yeah. And the local municipality said they don't get rid of those nests because they figure it's part of nature's balance. It's feeding the birds and things like that.
Yeah.
So on your own property, you can do what you like, but they choose to not tamper with.
Yeah, unless they become a real problem. But
Yeah, but if somebody says, "Oh, there's tent moths there, get rid of it," they'll say, "No, thanks.
yeah.
We're too busy doing other things." I think this is about it for you.
Yeah.
Almost. Hang on. Let's see. This is 28 minutes, sorry, not 28k. And I'm going to turn off the heart rate zone because I find that kind of distracting when I'm hiking and it's saying zone 4 and I said, what can I do about it?
Yeah.
I'm just a hard hiker. Anyway, bye-bye.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I think I might go up this one. Bye.
Workout resumed.
So I'm going up Norn now. Just kissed my wife Norma goodbye. And when she was a kid, her family used to call her Nornie. So this is like Nornie's trail. Up we go. Not too much running going on, but I did turn off the zone change, because as you probably heard, it gets annoying, excuse me, when it tells me to slow down and I'm already hiking. Alright, as I change my breathing pattern for the slow, hard hike and the slightly slower cadence of hiking versus running, I did see an interesting article about how most elite runners run with a cadence of 182, which is 91 steps per minute.
Time 30 minutes. Average heart rate 124.
So Norma's going to get her, whatever it is, 36 minutes of running. Plus, she'll have 6 minutes of e-biking to add to that. But she doesn't keep track of time like I do. She just figures it's good if she can get out every day. I have at least 60 minutes as my target for every day, with a maximum of, I guess, 180. Because if I did a 3-hour run one day, then I wouldn't need to do very much, which would put me below my daily quota. Alright, so I'm going to start going up Merriman, see how it goes.
Average heart rate 132.
Hopefully I'll get another choice later on. But this is fine. I mean, I think I took you up one of these other trails last Wednesday. We did the self-same thing, because Derek and John have other things to do today. Lucky I got my ride in with Rob yesterday. Hello! There's another runner coming down. How's it going?
How you doing? Pretty good. I'm good. Yeah.
Is this your pooch here?
Yeah, right here.
Happy dog. Hello, happy dog. Yeah, he was one of my peer group. A man in his late 60s, I would imagine.
Time 32 minutes. Average heart rate 128.
I'm still climbing quite steeply. I started off at 50 meters above. That's roughly where our house is. And now, let me tell you, we are, well, we're up on to 80 meters now. So we've gone down, and then back up. And now we're 30 meters higher than my house. So that would be about 90 feet above the house. Because the first part of the run is downhill to about 12 meters above. And then it climbs again a little bit.
Time 33 minutes. Average heart rate 133.
But you can see my heart is working hard, which is my basic plan, isn't it? Aerobic fitness. I hear more hikers. Hello. Hi. Come on by.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, everybody's getting a little more relaxed now about the masks here. Mind you, we are pretty low in density. I think after all the numbers are crunched, they'll probably figure out the algorithm better. The more densely populated a place is, the more rapid the spread of these infectious
Time
diseases.
34 minutes. Average heart rate 129.
Yep, I still haven't really been able to run and speak. That's the thing. Running and speaking is my profession. about 3 or 4 years ago, I think I either heard or spun the phrase podcasting pace, and this is me exactly illustrating what that means. But it probably will guarantee that I can run when I'm 90, which will put me close to the top of the pyramid of 90-year-olds who are active. Might not be a very big pyramid of active 90-year-olds, but there you go. I'm sure there are many.
5 minutes. Average heart rate 131.
I remember one of the Strava people that I was communicating with. He looked like a pretty impressive speed walker. I'm curious what they call speed walking. Okay, so now I have an option. Merryman to Whitaker, Merryman to Norn, or Merryman to Churchill. So I'm going to take Merryman to Whitaker, and the other route, Merryman to Churchill Drive, will put me onto the road quite quickly,
Workout resumed.
which I don't really need to be. The road would be busy with morning walkers. It gets very busy, actually. It's one of the places that has become very popular for outdoor exercise. The daily cult
Time 36
of
minutes.
hill walking.
Average heart rate 128.
Okay, I get a bit of downhill now. This is encouraging. Oh, I know where this takes me out to. Yep. This is one of those main connectors. Churchill Drive is this way. Not Churchill Drive, Whitaker Trail is this way. I have to go down a little bit and then go up again. But really and truly, I don't mind being out for more than an hour today, even though you're only going to get 36 minutes of it on this particular podcast. I'm going to tell you about yesterday's experiment in audio. I was recording.
Time 37 minutes. Average heart rate 125.
I was recording with my voice recorder inside one of those iPhone armbands. I just put my voice recorder inside there and strapped that to my arm, because I remember trying to use it before for an active recording while I was running in a large group of people. But the problem with the arm recording technique is that the arm strap was rubbing on the inside of my shirt and under the arm, basically, as my arm swung backwards and forwards, and that was making a rather annoying noise. I noticed yesterday, even when I was walking, the clothing noise was unbearable. Hello. Come on by. Well, there's more of you. Go on, dog, down there.
Come on.
Off you go. There we go. Up. Yep. Oh, I know where I am. This will take me to the saddle. How about that? It'll also take me to the Elephant Rock. But I don't think I'll take that option today. I'll go through the saddle, just so that I can justify a nice 2-hour hike one of these days. I actually do look forward to my extended hike sessions. And they're probably
Average
the
heart rate
workouts
132.
that do me the best good. 132, and I've barely broken into a run in the last few minutes. I'm just checking. I'm up to, what is it now, 30 minutes of audio. So I've explained what I did yesterday. Today is old school. I'm back to handheld voice recorder at arm's length from my voice. Excuse me. This would be one of the other options. If I'd taken the other turn, I would have been coming up on Merryman from that direction,
Workout resumed.
and now I'm on Whitaker, looping around Upper Whitaker. This is, well, at least that's what I call it, because Whitaker is basically a trail that goes round the whole of the mountain, but by defining, this is
Time 40 minutes.
Upper
Average heart rate
Whitaker.
128. Time for hydration.
What was that again? Time for hydration? Oh, so it has to be 40 minutes that I've been running. And I've got 30 minutes recorded. Yeah, that's about right. I haven't stopped since I met Norma. I'm now on one of my most familiar trails, wearing my best trail shoes for this occasion. Very nice they are too. I love them. I might use my extended battery life on my phone, which has miraculously happened since the warmer weather, which really does prove the point.
Time 41 minutes.
Cold weather
Average heart rate 121.
is not good for cell phone batteries. As I take a position on the Elephant Rock to try and get yet another view of this rock. I think I got it. So what I was thinking of doing is, seeing as I do have quite a bit of batteries to spare on my phone today, that I might record some video with my phone, which can be included on my Relive flyby. But I've noticed, even though they post the video, they mute the video. You can't really tell. They give you, I think it's 10 seconds of video. But I guess if you take more than one video, you can piece together a few. Hello. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Come here, Basket. Come here,
Everybody's so familiar.
Time 42 minutes. Average heart rate 121.
It's great. It's great. It's great. Cannot knock it. So there will be an overlap today. There will be... No, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use my other camera, my good camera, my point and shoot to do the video, because then I'll be able to present the whole of that little flow section where I go through this, the jaws of the saddle. It'd be something to whet your appetites to listen to this show when I post it later on this morning. But it is handy being able to use my phone again for more than just tracking my movements. In the winter, they barely last 2 hours. But if I start taking photographs, forget it. Take videos and the whole thing dies. It just makes too much of a demand on very little output. Because I think that's what it is. Because I don't know if you've noticed this, but when you get these cold weather low battery warnings, when you plug them in when you get home, they charge up remarkably quickly, which means but they weren't really that badly off. But the phone is designed to not function fully if there's not enough output from the battery, and it warns you until it just cuts the screen black and you're stuck with a dead phone, which if you were prepared to wait,
Time 44 minutes. Average heart rate 121.
a couple of minutes in your pocket and you could probably start it up again, but that would mean stopping your progress. And as I always say, it's all about the run that we do this. Now it's looking remarkably like 36 minutes of audio as I approach the saddle. It's 36 minutes now, which means that all I have left to do now is say bye-bye to you, put the voice recorder away, and then record my trailer with my point-and-shoot camera. And I'll let Relive piece together the photographs that I have, which I will have to laboriously upload to the computer, just so that I can upload them to my phone, just so that I can share them to the Relive app. But there you go. You have to know what you're doing in this game. This is the Running Jackal approaching the saddle on Mount Douglas on his Wednesday show. Bye-bye.